right. Thanks, Maggie and Jared, for first of all hosting us. You pretty much said everything I need to say, so I'm pretty much done. No, actually, so just to quickly go over some of the stuff that the OBI does. Our goal is to maximize the impact of neuroscience and to make Ontario a world leader in terms of commercialization and care. We understand that brain research is multidisciplinary, which is why we engage with clinicians, researchers, companies, and also patients. A lot of the work that we do, or the funding that we go toward, is brain disease-specific research. So it includes stuff like epilepsy, cerebral palsy, depression, neurodegenerative disorders, and neurodevelopmental disorders. Some of the programs that we manage here on this slide is the one I want to focus on specifically is the Entrepreneurs Program, which is the one that I manage, which is essentially a one-year program where we provide $50,000 of funding to up to 10 entrepreneurs with an innovation in neurotechnologies. So it could range from medical devices, therapeutics, software, data companies, anything along that line, anything that's innovative. And we have a pretty broad description of what neuroscience is, just because we want to not limit ourselves to specifically neuroscientists. So a couple of metrics. To date, our program has started since 2012. Our companies have managed to leverage up to $22 million in follow-on investments and have created about 50 full-time equivalents. And as of 2016, we have 34 entrepreneurs that we funded to date. And as of this year, we just recently closed our round of applications, so we're well into recruiting our new 2017 entrepreneur cohort. And another thing I'd just like to add is, the OBI, we like to leverage our resources. We don't like to overlap or overstep on any bounds. Some of the incubators that have already spoken here, like J Labs or Biomedical Zone, they do really great work, and those are the type of expertise that we like to leverage with and work with, because we offer funding, whereas some of the other incubators offer space and other sort of support services that we might not have. Some of the services or workshops that we give to our entrepreneurs, include legal workshops or how to pitch or HR, accounting, financing, follow-on funding opportunities. A lot of stuff that these entrepreneurs have never really been engaged with because it's their first venture and they've never had or owned a company in their life. And the majority of our entrepreneurs are recent graduates. What we found was that a lot of these graduates out of these research labs were that their PI has these innovative research, but they don't have the time or the bandwidth to be able to run a company. So the Entrepreneurs Program specifically targets those students out of those labs and plucks them out of there and gives them some funding so that they can spend and dedicate full time to starting and running this company. So to quickly highlight one of our companies is Braze Mobility. So Pooja, I think she's here today. She's been with us since 2015, and what she designed basically is a smart wheelchair add-on, which essentially is a device that's added onto your wheelchair to prevent you from causing collisions with obstacles in your environment by providing feedback to the user. What we found was that a lot of some of the folks in the long-term care facilities, either they were too cognitively impaired or were unable to actually, or they were taken away their right to use this, to use wheelchairs. This would help offer them the ability to use it again at low risk and to also improve their quality of life again. The next company is Winterlight, which J Labs mentioned. They're a really great company. They're a software company that has a unique algorithm that can help detect cognitive impairments such as Alzheimer's, dementia, just based on a short snippet of speech, which is a really interesting technology that we haven't seen. The research is based out of Toronto Rehab Institute, and they've recently secured around $500,000 in seed funding from a venture capital. And the final company I'd like to highlight, who also has a booth here, is BrainView. The entrepreneur is Viera, who's been with us since 2015. And she's essentially developed a unique technology that measures the prediction of or the outcome of brain injury. So, it would help clinicians better diagnose patients. It would help families have better idea in terms of recovery, and finally, it would help researchers better improve and gain more knowledge. Thank you.